Hey, it's Kevin Long with the New Warehouse Podcast here at MODEX 2020 in Atlanta. We're at the New Warehouse Podcast booth, and I am now joined by John Pritchard. He is from Drader, and Drader deals with warehouse bins. So we're going to talk about warehouse bins. This is the New Warehouse Podcast, so warehouse bins, they go in the warehouse, and we're going to talk about them. So, John, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Thank you. Very well.
Thanks for coming by. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, what's your role at Drader, and tell us about Drader itself. What does Drader do?
Okay, so my role is business development, Drader. Okay. Drader is an injection molding company. Mm-hmm. We've been in business since 1947, and we've been in distribution business for logistics. Started out in bread carriers, bread baskets, bread trays.
Okay.
So we've been doing logistics parts for a long time. 3 years ago, we introduced a warehouse bin with one of the large retailers in Canada. Not allowed to say their name, but very large.
Okay, it's no problem.
And but we've had very good success with the bin. It's used as a pick bin. It has up to 8 SKUs. Okay. It's 42 inches deep, 12 inches across, 12-inch high, so it fits on your racking system and used as a pick bin. It's also the only bin in the market that meets fire code. So for insurance purposes, it's really good.
All right, so in meeting fire code, what does that mean actually?
So it's got perforated floors, so if your sprinkler systems go off, the water will seep through.
Interesting.
And you don't need sprinklers on every level of your racking.
Got it. That's actually a huge cost savings then, because I have a distribution background and I've dealt with a lot of new distribution centers, and kind of the local codes of how far you have to put the sprinklers down and all those things can be quite a pain.
Yes.
In some cases, yeah. So the fact that you don't have to go all the way down, and that also probably helps you with future racking projects as well, not having to make as many adjustments with sprinklers too. That's really good stuff. Right.
And the advantage also is that the bins do have different space categories that you can sort, so you can sort up to 8 SKU items in the bin. So it allows everything at eye level, and then you can put your inventory in boxes up top, but for picking, it makes it a lot more efficient.
Definitely. So talk to us about, so you said you started out with bread containers, right? Yep. So how did you go from the bread containers to like these more, because these are like more of a narrow kind of warehouse bin. How did that kind of evolution take place?
They're both in logistics transportation.
Right.
So on the bread carriers, we are doing that. We've been doing that for a long time. We manufacture, in the U.S., you typically see what they call a bread basket. We manufacture bread baskets, but we also manufacture a bread tray, which basically has steel arms that pop up. So for reverse logistics, it's really good coming back because it takes up a lot less space in the truck.
Got it.
And customer came to us and asked us to help develop a warehouse bin. We do stuff, proprietary products for other customers in bins. Right. So we do have products, and we also do some custom molding work for customers for all the shopping bins that you pick up when you go to the store, the ones with the nylon straps or the 2 handles, the plastic handles.
All right. I know those very well. Yeah, shopping basket. Okay, cool. So now, what are you seeing, I guess, so as these customers are kind of coming to you and saying, we need a different kind of bin or something, as kind of distribution industry is progressing, seeing like more technology involved and robotics and all those things. So different kind of bins are needed, I guess, in a sense, to fit with these different systems. So what kind of changes are you seeing customers kind of asking for?
Right now, our bin is the full depth of pallet racking, and it's 12 inches across. Some people are looking for a wider bin. Right now we have the one bin. The tooling for this is very, very expensive, so we have the one bin. We have other bins that are used as pick bins that are stackable, and then they also have a metal bar that flips over and they nest inside each other. Our bins also nest inside each other for shipping purposes, which is really good.
Interesting. Okay, so now so you guys are obviously showing your warehouse bins here at MODEX, right? Because it's all about warehousing. So, so what is kind of what is your experience at MODEX so far been? Because obviously we got some things lingering right here. But what has the experience been for you guys so far, and kind of what is the reaction and maybe some of the feedback from attendees been on the bins?
Very positive feedback, and some of the best feedback we're getting is from customers that we've already sold the bins to that come by and basically praise us on our bins and say, man, this has saved us so much. And it's great. And we're going to be implementing this at this warehouse. So they have multiple locations. They may have introduced it at a single location, and they're talking about bringing it widespread to all their locations. new customers that we've met are really interested in our bins, simply, because it's something that they don't have right now,
right?
And it fills a need in the marketplace.
Interesting. So the customers that are coming to you, are they? What is typically like their current state? Like, what are they using currently? Like just regular the corrugated boxes that the product comes in, and then they're switching to the bin.
Some of them are using corrugated, some of them are using plastic bins, but they might be wide, but they don't have the visibility either. So ours has a little pocket in the front, so you have visibility of the front product at least, so you can see what's in there. The perforated floors, again, is an advantage that we have over other bins. It's a very easy product to use in your thing. It fits 8 across on a racking system, so it fits really well.
Interesting. So now what kind of, I guess from the customers, when you get their feedback, what are they saying probably is like their favorite thing about the bin? What is the biggest improvement that they see when they start using the bin?
Just efficiency, because they have multiple SKU items, so now they're going deep into their racking as opposed to having to go up in their racking. So they have depth in their racking, so they're using all the racking as much as possible, especially the product that's at eye level. So now, before where they may have just had a facing and they didn't have either anything behind those boxes or they had other boxes behind them. Now they can fill multiple SKUs at eye level for picking purposes.
Very interesting stuff. So now what about, what's, I guess, the future of the warehouse bin industry?
So we just implemented and changed the tooling for it. Originally we had 3 dividers in our bin, so we had 4 SKU items. We just modified the tool so that it will have 7 dividers, and you'll be able to fit up 8 SKU items. And those will be customizable. You'll be able to take them in and out as you need to.
Oh, so the dividers are removable?
They're removable, yes.
So you can kind of even adjust the size of the compartment based on what kind of products you want to have in there?
Exactly.
Okay, very clever, very clever. So how can people find out more about Drader?
You can go to our website at www.drader.com. That's DRADER.com. You can contact us. You can visit us at our booth, 2822.
All right.
But certainly, feel free to contact us. We do ship globally, as we've done in the past with all our bakery products. We ship globally across. Okay,
great. John, thank you so much for coming by the booth and talking to the New Warehouse podcast, and we'll definitely put all that information on thenewwarehouse.com.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right.